very little to protect civilians from errant members of the South Sudan Army. Bishop Santo Laku says the majority of South Sudanese are living in fear and are not able to complain about atrocities being committed by the government troops in and around Juba town. Bishop Santo says government troops also burned a Catholic church in Lafon this week and calls the situation in the country very disturbing.
Our people are living in total fear, and up to now still we have harassments going on in town. People are not free as it is being portrayed by some other media, although the government is portraying that things are normal. Things are not normal. 2 days ago, they even burned my church as the soldiers were going around in Lobonog area.
Government officials come to attend Mass at the cathedral in Kator. Have you ever spoken to them about your feelings on how things are moving on in the country?
We are conversing with several of them, members of parliament, many other executives in the different level of the government, being the state or national. The whole situation I get from them is that even some of them are afraid within the government system.
They're afraid of what? They are representing the people. For instance, the members of the parliament have been elected by the people to speak on behalf of the people. If they are afraid to speak, then who is going to speak?
3/4 of the members of the parliament are not elected by the people. They are appointees. Many of them tell me that they are not free at all. They are afraid even of their own selves because of the unknown gunmen.
Bishop, are you not afraid of your life when you went public on Sunday to say that the government in Juba has failed? That's a very strong statement here.
I continue to repeat, this government has failed. Whatever the case is, my life is not better than the thousands of children and women that have been molested, killed, their houses destroyed, looted. They spent sleepless nights in the bushes. I was so tearful when I went to WOW and was moving for 3 hours in the camp within WOW, where people are afraid of the government, afraid of our soldiers. I had moved to the UN camp in Juba here several times, and it is really so emotionally moving. It is better to be dead than to be alive in South Sudan. This is the message I'm really putting it across very clear.
The government will want to argue that you are getting yourself involved in politics. They will say you're supposed to preach the word of God.
This is the word of God. The word of God is saying respect of human dignity, respect of human life. I am preaching the word of God because my people, to whom I am preaching, are in the camps. They are in the UN camps. Here in Juba, we have several thousands in WOW, in Malakal, in Bentiu, in Bor. Now, it is the government that has pushed them to these camps. This is not politics. This is mere moral responsibility. And if anybody fails to protect its own citizens, that government has failed.
Last week, they passed a resolution at the UN Security Council authorizing 4,000 troops, additional troops, to join the UN peacekeepers in South Sudan to protect civilians. If you're given an opportunity to speak to the world leaders, what would you tell them?
We needed those forces yesterday, not today. They are actually late. I am happy that they are now realizing their international responsibility and obligation, that a country that is failing its own people should not be allowed to continue to do so, because it is an international responsibility. The refugees, the internally displaced, are now a burden on the international community. People who are supposed to have been cultivating and taking care of themselves are now to be taken care of. It is a big burden. So the international community are just doing the right thing at this particular moment.
That's Bishop Santo Laku, the auxiliary bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Juba. He was speaking to me from Juba earlier today.